I am excited to introduce Wendy Mackin. She is our demo artist today. She's going to be working in oils, but she's also a pastel artist. She's been creating art since she was a child, and she went to the University of Pittsburgh, so she's a local girl. She's also in a band, so her talents extend beyond visual arts to also musical arts. And she is also a teacher. She teaches at Pittsburgh Center for the Arts, and she is having an upcoming or ongoing oil painting class at the Community Development Center in Coraopolis. So she has some cards here, so if anybody is interested, if they like what they see technique-wise and want to learn more, and Coraopolis is really close. So talk to Wendy before she leaves and I'm going to take a card. With that, I'm excited to see her process, and I think her underpainting is like a painting in itself. But that's just me. Come on down, and thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
No heckling.
I'm working on, I've worked with this particular photo several times and I just really like it. So I keep coming back and doing it a little bit differently all the time. So I just wanted to pass around. I usually start with a thumbnail sketch, and then I usually do an underpainting just to get the values and to firm up my drawing a little bit more. And then the whole time I'm always trying to fix my drawing and fix everything else. And this is my reference, so I just thought I'd pass it around. I just wanted to see.
Thank you.
The underpainting that I use, it's transparent oxide red, which is like my favorite color right now. And if I want to get a little bit cooler and darker, I'll mix with ultramarine blue. So that's what you see in what I have started here. And I guess I got a few pictures to know what I'm doing. I mostly do landscapes, but I like doing portraits. I like doing still life. And I've been actually experimenting with palette knives lately, which I forgot to get out.
Use a certain brand of paint?
I often use Gamblin, but sometimes otherwise. I use Gamblin because it's good, but it's not too expensive for the most part. And there are some colors that I like other brands better.
I was wondering about the transparent oxide red, if that was a particular.
You know, they all seem to be about the same. I've tried a lot of different brands, and with that, cheap is fine. Whatever you can find that's less expensive than anything else seems to work. So what I've done today is for time, I wanted to get that tonal value study down so I wouldn't have to do that and use the time. And I also mixed up some colors that I thought I would use. If I'm at home, I usually just do it as I go along. And I may get some of these on and figure out they don't work at all, so we'll see what happens.
How many of those paints came out of it were not mixed?
How many
base color? Okay, I see.
Yeah, these are all mixed.
Okay.
That I thought maybe I would use somewhere in here, so we'll see.
Yeah.
So organized.
Sometimes. Sometimes I have to be, but other times, not so much. So I'm just going to start putting some color on here, and I'm going to work a little. I like to work a little bit thinly at first, and if you have any questions at all, please.
What do you use in the meeting?
This is just odorless paint thinner. I don't often use a medium, but when I do, I use Ann's medium. What's your medium, Ann? Linseed oil, stand oil.
1 part linseed, 1 part stand, 4 parts odorless mineral spirits. And shake it, 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 until it mixes. Am I giving everything?
I got it.
I got lots of secrets, I got lots of tricks.
Let's write that down.
Write that down.
What color were you using that you mix in?
Oh, okay, this is a mixture, mostly white, cobalt blue, and a little bit of viridian. And that seems to work pretty well for sky. And then as I get down farther, I'll modify it, lighten it, and yeah. And then I'm trying to stay pretty close, maybe, to the values that I have there underneath.
She's a miracle worker with that cobalt blue, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
She really is.
I've had it for about 20 years, I don't think I ever used it.
I didn't use mine too much.
I used to use ultramarine all the time, and like for the sky, cobalt usually, it's brighter, it doesn't get
Doesn't
so
red.
dead.
Doesn't red.
Yeah, it's warmer than the ultramarine. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm already finding out that I really don't have those colors that I want. See, that's way too dark. There you go. I'm just sort of blocking things in here.
Do you usually finish in one session or do you?
Oh, no. No, I'm slow. Usually, although I find when I work with the underpainting, it goes way faster.
So you don't do plein air, basically?
I'll go out and do plein air and hate everything that I do out there. And a lot of times I'll have it and I never finish it.
But it's so much fun.
It is fun.
And you do learn stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Even though you
Yeah.
crap.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh, you were plein air painter too?
oh yeah. I love it. It gets to the studio and it's totally different than that.
Yeah.
It's okay. I had fun.
So usually I'll take photographs. If I can, I'll paint when I'm out there. But yeah, it doesn't always work out too well.
Is this in Ithaca by chance?
No, it's in Swallow Falls State Park in Western Maryland, and it's called Muddy Creek Falls. I'm just getting a little color in here, and I'm seeing I probably have a problem right down here, because it's roaring right off the picture, and maybe a rock would stop your eye a little bit, but I'm going to wait and see where I might want to put it. Okay, so I'm going to, hopefully I'll let a lot of this underpainting show through.
Now, what did you mix with that?
Okay, this is viridian,
Yeah, looks good.
ultramarine, transparent red oxide,
Oh, geez.
and a little bit of alizarin.
Good.
I always mix something. The greens are just
Yeah.
horrendous if you don't.
Because I know it goes, all the years I've been painting, I still can't know the style. I don't.
So,
I
let's
do.
see. Okay, that was my light gray, and it's way too dark. And that's actually, really it's violet, not really, it's sort of a grayed down violet.
So do you just use one brush for everything?
I'm sort of lazy, yeah, a lot of times. Because I don't think, I just keep going and don't think, oh, is there a better brush? Although I usually try to go as large as I can. And really I could have, I think maybe I will use a larger one. Or we'll never get done. We don't expect you to get it. I won't get done, that's
Then
for
you can
sure.
take a picture of it at home and send it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you could, it was wonderful, our last demo, he took a couple
Yeah.
different steps as he was going through, finishing it out, and then we shared it, so
Oh,
that would
okay,
that would
yeah,
be
that's a
wonderful.
good idea, I'll do
You
that.
sit-
So this is just sort of a block-in. I think there could be more violet back behind it, maybe. Actually, I'm seeing a lot of violet in that water. It's sort of green, but it's sort of violet. And I totally shred my brushes because I like to scrub at this stage.
Do you have a favorite brush line?
I sort of like the Dick Blick because you can get like a whole set of them for not so much. And yeah, I like them. Okay, that's too dark.
But she's gonna be teaching oil painting.
So it's not so big.
Do you start off really thin and then go, I mean, that thin
Yeah.
to?
I do,
Okay.
yeah.
Did you see these? We didn't see them.
Yeah, I like to
We
save
didn't see them.
the thick things for the lights.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to keep the darks thin all the way through, but at this stage, everything's thin.
Okay.
Okay, these rocks, they're pretty cool, but I'm not sure if I want them to stay that cool. And then there's a big dark rock in the middle that I'm gonna have to make lighter than it is, or it's gonna just be like a bullseye. So I'm trying to sort of stay with my big shapes as much as I can.
When you have to start over, do you just layer or do you wipe it out?
A lot of times I'll take a palette knife and, scrape down a little bit to
Thin it out?
the underpainting, so it'll show through a little bit, and just for a little bit of texture.
Okay. I struggle with that. I've had some really thick names lately.
Yeah, and sometimes like I'll just scrape a whole bunch off and
Yeah.
sort of start over
Yeah.
on top. Because I don't often get what I want right away. I go through a lot of paper towels because I never change brushes. Get a little bit of lightness in the sky here.
Wendy, do you do your pastels kind of the same way?
Sometimes I like to, I'm trying to think, the last ones I did, can't remember a lot of times I like to do watercolor underneath. I'm really enamored right now with Barbara Cordy Janicki.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't tried how she does the underpainting, but with the pastels, but that's my next attempt. Okay. Probably need to get some more definition in the water. And I like how the shadowed parts are really pretty blue. And I also have been experimenting with putting violets and pinks in there just because it looks better.
And we can go shopping over at, what's the name of it? No. Go on. Arts and Craftsman.
Oh, Arts and
yeah.
Crafts, yes.
All kinds of cool paint over there.
Oh, yeah.
Squirrel Hill, yeah.
I go there all the time.
Go shopping at Squirrel Hill.
And then I'm looking and seeing like, well, I don't really like this shade that
That's,
I'm
I
in.
got all
So
my stuff up at ours.
Yeah.
try to
We
fix
used
it
to be able to give her name.
like this. And I don't really like that.
Yeah, they don't.
And now it's too late, so.
I like how you're putting the darker in there to bring out the light comes, the light's coming out. Usually you put the dark in and then put the light on top.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to, I've been doing a lot of water lately
Yeah.
and it doesn't seem to
That
work
works
very well for
That's
that.
something really good. I'm sorry, I'm not heckling.
You were complimented.
Let's see. I'm seeing some shapes in here that I really don't like.
You already had a lot of your colors that you wanted to use in the pre-mixed I see on your palette, right? Looks like you already, yeah.
Well, I'm already fixing them as I go along, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and eventually the really bright whites in here, I'll put a lot of yellow in. So it's reflecting the sun. So I'm putting these darks in, but I don't want to lose the fact that that water is all connected, so I'll just work back and forth into it.
Do you only work from photos you took?
I did one a couple of weeks ago that was one that I found somewhere and I really modified it, but almost always I work from my own, and I'm not a good photographer, but it's like different if you've been there. it's not such a big amount of water going over that way. And there is a little rock down here.
You're doing so wonderful at painting that water. I can hear water running.
Right.
I can feel the mist.
Lance just looked all over the place trying to find the sound where it's coming from. It has to be coming from your painting.
Yeah,
It's like you're there. It's like you're there. There's the radiator.
How long did you work on that before you brought it in?
Oh, okay.
Back?
The little pencil sketch took me about 10 minutes maybe. And this took me probably a half hour, and then mixing the paint took another half hour. So it didn't take as long as I thought. And I like to do a lot of negative painting where I make the shape by what's next to it rather than drawing the thing itself. Okay.
I know people always ask me, how long did it take you to paint the thing? And sometimes I work on it off and on for a couple weeks.
I put stuff away for a while.
Yeah, or I just set it, I just leave it set on my counter while I'm working and walk away, and then if I feel I'm gonna go over.
Yeah, yeah. And it helps to get away from it because you need a fresh
How long
look.
did it take you to paint that? And I said, 38 years. And you know why? That's how long.
You work on more than one piece at a time?
Oh, yeah.
I see,
Yeah, many.
That helps too, I think.
Yeah.
More than one.
And sometimes like I'll find the answer for the one I've put down and the one when I'm in the new one. And I think that with different mediums too. Sometimes you learn something that works.
Do you vary the size very often?
I've been painting sort of small lately, but I'm tired of it, so it's time to go bigger. I like to go back and forth.
And you're working on the canvas board, right? Is that-
Yeah, it's a cheap Michaels, like nothing canvas. And I've been like really snobby about what I work on. And I got some of these for some of my classes in case somebody forgot their canvas. And it's like, oh, I like working on this. And it looks
It's great
fine.
for working for a demonstration too, huh?
Yeah. And it is, I usually would only use linen. And linen's nice, but this is different and nice too. So I'm trying to start to get a few different colors in here. It's still a little, I'm losing my shapes, but that might be okay.
I like the way you hold your brush, like I hold mine more like a pencil.
Oh,
You're holding it further back and it keeps you a lot.
it makes you looser. It does, yeah.
I was noticing that too, Linda.
Sometimes I find myself it creeping up and
Yeah.
I'll try to remind myself
Yeah,
to.
it's like a big takeaway for me.
Okay, now maybe I'll just do a little bit. Maybe this is a really nice palette knife. It's a Holbein, and it's really bendy at the tip. Apparently, this particular one, it's not the same thickness all the way up. So Interesting. So I'm just gonna there's not really a whole lot I probably should wait till I got more paint on there, but sometimes I like to just not commit myself, so I'll sort of mush it together for a while. And then, maybe I'll.
Do you find it helps with your soft lines and hard lines?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What's your favorite, pastel or oil?
I don't
It
know.
just depends.
I've done a lot more oil than I have pastel, so I think sometimes I'm more comfortable with it, but then, pastel's so fast. I really like that.
How many hours a day do you paint?
I don't always do it every day, and I'm good for about 2 hours at a stretch, and then I have to do something else, and then I can come back. It just depends on how much other stuff is going on, but I do it almost every day. But we had this show in Little Washington that we were getting ready for, and that's been 2 weeks since I picked something up.
Sugar plum and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more days you don't paint, boy, it's harder to get back to it and feel like you can do anything.
Do you ever travel with your oils?
I've done it a couple times, and I've shipped them because I've been afraid they might get confiscated, and I have a paper that says, these are artist colors, they're not highly flammable, but I'm sort of afraid.
Yeah. I have a trip next week, so I was wondering, should I do it? You mean flying?
What are you doing, Deb?
I've done it a lot.
I feel like
And
Are you
TSA,
okay?
yeah, you
Yeah.
just put the TSA note in there.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, just no solvents, you can't do solvents.
Yeah,
You can't do
yeah.
solvents at all, but paints are fine, you put that little note in there.
Where do you get the little note?
You can get them online.
Yeah.
I got it from maybe, what was it? Jackson,
Yeah,
where
or
you get
Judson.
the rosemary brushes.
Yeah. If you
They had
just
one
Google
all day.
TSA note for oil paints or something, they don't call them paints, they call them pigments
Colors.
or colors,
Yeah,
vegetable colors, and
Yeah.
they meet whatever FAA requirement, but I never have a problem with it, you'll be fine.
Thank you.
Where are you going, Steph?
huh? Yeah, where are you
Yeah, you opened it up.
It's visit my sister in California, but
Change of scenery?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Just a little. She wants me to paint a picture for her. I'm
Oh, God, no, that's a pressure.
like, oh, I don't know.
Thank you.
My sister made me paint her lemons for her birthday, because she just kept telling me that's what she wanted. My sister just gave me the measurements. Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, and some of these that are really in the shadow are really blue looking.
So does your finished painting wind up with a fairly thin coat of paint because you're scraping with the knife as you go?
No, I'll build up later. the thicker stuff. I just don't want it there if I know I'm gonna work on it more, and it might not be where I want it. So, until I'm sure, I try not to commit myself. And this is probably very little of this will last through the painting, but.
It looks really good from here.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Isn't that the last waterfall painting is in the book there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's, I just did that one a couple weeks ago.
Oh, he got it around.
Oh, wow.
Hold it up,
Yeah.
pass it around.
And that's,
Pretty much.
yeah, that's
She's like,
I
I
want
wanna
to
sell
sell
that.
Yeah.
Kim, sit up for the camera.
And that's an
A
old.
little bit that way.
That's oil, yeah.
Okay. 'Cause
Perfect.
they have pastels, but
Yeah.
they're the way. They look as pastels because I feel like you can't go thin. So.
Sometimes I forget, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a pastel.
Yeah, that's a
very
pastel.
not-
These two are
that's
pastels.
Which,
There's another one.
Yeah, those
three
Italy
pastels.
ones are pastels.
Those three.
You gotta get some dark in there, but I don't.
Yes.
I put many hats.
You hate that?
Ate there.
So
Oh, you ate there. Oh, okay.
Wait there.
Pardon me, why did you switch?
I ate there, that's February, which is.
Just so I could get some different, I think,
Yeah, sold that one.
I felt like I needed to loosen up a little bit, and that, you know, it becomes more abstract, and then I'll just sort of work back and forth, abstract and not.
This is she underpainted.
Hey, all, if we could not talk in the audience because we're trying to record. It's
It's getting it all. Or talk quietly.
And when I do the night here this way, I'm blending stuff together, and then I can pick things out again that are more where I want them, or the color that I want them. So I'm taking a lot of this off that I just put on. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so now I'll go back and with the brush. I need to look at my reference a little bit more.
How would you describe your art style if you were?
I think it's fairly impressionistic,
Okay.
and I'm finding that I'm going a little bit more abstract than I used
Do
to.
you have artists that you like, really admire or?
A lot of them, like old Innis is like one of George Innis is one of my favorites, and contemporary. Like I was saying, Barbara Courtney Janicki, I just think her work is out of sight. Who else? Yeah, I like so many, you know, there's just so many.
Yeah.
Soroya, all those ones that Soroya Sargent, that whole group. was in 5th grade, we went to the museum and there was a Van Gogh show. And that was it for me, so that got me started.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember always that I'm painting shapes and not things. Because if you get the shapes right, then it'll be what you want them to. And that way you don't get too bogged down in details. Oops. Starting to see a little bit of pink in here that I hadn't noticed before. And even if I don't see it, I'll find some because it seems to work. And that turn purple.
You always stand when you paint?
Unless I'm really tired. Mostly always. Yeah.
Wendy, do you have a studio at home?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, as the kids all moved out,
Nice.
I just took over all their spaces. Yeah, I actually got bunk beds for when my grandkids come in, but they never come in, so that's going to be my pastel room.
I did that when my kids went off to college. I turned, and the one son came home and said, "Can you wait till I officially move out?"
Mine's on the back porch.
Now they're turned, they need to turn back into grandkids.
Now, Wendy, what time of year was this? I know the picture doesn't, looks like summer.
It actually was early spring because those are all evergreens.
Okay.
The greens are, even though they look like pretty warm, they're evergreens.
Has all the original lattice.
Yeah, and it was spring because this was really roaring down.
That white makes such a difference.
It does, and now I'm starting to get a little thick. You can see the brush strokes there. And I'll still, like, maybe leave them, maybe not. So this dark that I'm using, it looks like black, but it's really just the transparent red oxide and ultramarine. And I'm just gonna keep finding edges and losing them. These rocks are so dark, and I'm probably going to have to lighten them up eventually a little bit. Just because the photos, the darks are always too dark. But it's very tempting to put in what you see. You know, eventually I'll put some tree trunks in here, but not yet.
With this one, do you think you'll leave the underpainting at all? Or would you?
I hope to have some of it still showing through, but sometimes I lose it. Yeah, if I were better, I would be, I would be able to do that.
I think out of all the paintings, I think I've only happened once where I actually like.
Uh-huh.
Not,
It was there.
It was there, yeah. I always overdo it.
Okay, so, I don't know, how long do you want to go here?
Okay. 98.
Yeah, it's only 8 o'clock right now, so.
But you can stop whenever you're tired.
Yeah, I'm not tired, I just wondered if you were.
No.
Okay, one thing I'm noticing is, like, sort of the light parts of this water, that's too light, are like a nice violet on top of the green, and I think, I don't know why it's violet. Well, these are violet, so maybe it's picking up the trees, so I want to get some of that in there.
Oh, that's your underpainting showing through there.
It is there, yeah, and I don't know if it's going to stay or not. Hopefully I won't lose it all. Okay.
It looks kind of cool, it almost looks like the sun's reflecting or something.
That's what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm going for. This water. A little bit deeper in places. See how.
So you do different versions of the same photograph?
Yeah, it just changes a little bit every time, and this would have been cropped, or I would have cropped this already from when I took it, and it works fairly well composition-wise, so I stick fairly close to it, rather
You
than
crop
have...
it to the format in your canvas? So it's-
No, but my sketch, I did. Okay, let's see what else here. Not too dark. You start getting a little variation in some of the foliage.
So you don't really paint in dark or light?
I don't. Although, I sort of feel like having that underpainting there
That covers it.
a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I don't.
I see that.
It's just back and forth.
It's back and forth, yeah. There's some nice light, fairly light foliage. I don't want to get it too light or it's gonna
you leave here and go home, are you gonna finish it up, or are you gonna do it tomorrow and finish it up?
Well, I actually have to teach tomorrow, so I'm not taking, I have another one that I have with me when I'm teaching, but usually I don't get to it. So I'm gonna leave this at home. I'll work on it next week, probably.
But you'll probably get it done in a couple hours, the way you said.
It gets slower and slower as it
Does
gets
it?
closer to being finished.
You usually let them all dry before, let it all dry before you would continue to carry on?
Nope.
Nope.
No, I just, if it doesn't seem to be pulling it off, I'll still work on it.
Where are you teaching tomorrow?
The Pittsburgh Center for the Arts, out on Shady Side.
Sure. Yeah. I used to go there. Oh, yeah. I used to go there.
Yeah, I did too. So I might decide where I want a couple of those tree trunks. And I'll keep losing and finding them too. Oops, that's not where I meant to go with that, but maybe it'll work. There's a really bright green in the corner, but I think it's too close to the corner to be that bright, but maybe it'll put a little bit of it in.
So you're not too concerned about sticking to the photograph in terms of the replica you just...
Oh, no. No, as long as my shapes work, I don't care how far I've gone from it. Because you could just take a photograph. You want it to look like a photograph.
Do you think of your area outside of the focal point more abstract than the focal point?
Yeah, yeah.
More fuzzy and
Yeah.
not detailed, yeah.
Yeah, softer edges usually, yeah. I like this really crisp edge, but it might be too much. We'll see. Okay, I think I'm at a point where I just want to let it go for a while.
Yeah.
But thank you very much.
Can't wait to see the finish.
Yeah, I will definitely take some photos as it goes along.
Yeah.
That's
There might be a point where it looked better before.
That always happens.
Often.
Thank you.
Thank you.